What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. All right, we are back with another Midday Monologue Monday, my friend. And this time, I got some bad news for you. Tom Vullo is haunted. Oh, you wouldn't believe how haunted this guy is. Well, although it is true that me and Tom used to do a lot of paranormal investigations and ghost hunting back in the day, did lectures on it. No, he's not haunted in that sense. I'm talking about the D&D game we're running. Tom's character, the necromancer, Malgrey Shiv, well... So he came across something. He got a magic item that at first, seemed like a trinket. Let me say that, like a trinket. But Tom loves to think outside that box. He thinks so far outside of the box, he can't even find the box anymore. He's an out of the box kind of guy. I love him. The ring he got allows him to cast 3 times a day. Very simple little low-level spell. Unseen Servant. As a 12th level caster, he can only have one out, so to speak, at a time. So the reason I say he's haunted is because he has this thing, following him around most of the day, right? For 12 hours. That's most of his waking day. 3/4 of it anyway, I guess. Has him following around, butling. Yeah, it's his butler. He's instructed to do everything from hand him things he's reaching for to opening doors, carrying the lantern, things like that. You know what I mean? Okay, first of all, you think to yourself, what's the big deal, Big John? Really? You came here just to tell us that he has a first level spell. Whoop-de freaking do, buddy. We've been experiencing some of the ways that our young Master Vullo has been approaching the use of this unseen servant. So yeah, he has been using him to buttle things for him, like I said. And he claims, since he's a necromancer in the game, he claims that it's a ghost that he has under his influence. He has under control, enslaved to him. When really it's not. This has not come up yet, but he has expressly told me that one of the reasons he tells this lie, his character bluffs this, is to, if anybody that is attacking him, any foe, any enemy, has the ability to turn undead, that they would do that instead of dispelling magic or anti-magic sphere. I was like, there's not a lot that can destroy a force effect, which this summoning spell is. God, things would have been a lot better and different if it was a conjuring spell. No, that's what I mean. It's a conjuring spell. It would have been a lot different if it was a summoning spell. It's a conjuring spell, though. But yeah, so Tom he's been using the hell out of this thing. He has it walking 10 feet. It was not buttling. There's nothing it has to do to buttle. It's instructed to walk 10 feet in front of him. Stay 10 feet directly right in front of him. But, keeping turns and stuff in mind. And the reason he does this is twofold. If there's any traps like floor plates or something, unseen servants have just enough weight that it's gonna set this thing off. But he also does it that in case anything charges at him, it's gonna trip over. this semi-solid force effect when it hits it. I mean, it has a strength of 2, so it has physicality. It's not moving things by force of will through telekinesis, because then it would be an intellect check. Maybe a charisma check. It would be an intellect check, I would imagine. But no, it has a strength check, so it is physically able to manipulate things. It has a physicality to it. As we know, force effects are pretty much indestructible, besides anti-magic and banishment spells like that destroy magic. So, yeah, he uses this thing as a trip pillar. That's what he called it, his trip pillar. If anyone comes running at him, charging at him, that can't see something invisible, which is most things, it's going to go right into him. It's like running into a wall. And that'll knock the guy, the opponent prone in most cases. Sometimes he's even had it crouch. Like, you know, the prank where your buddy stands behind another person. You're in front of the person, your buddy's standing behind them, and your buddy, like, gets down on a crouch on all fours, and then you just, like, touch the guy, and he falls over. Yeah, Tom's been doing that. Getting a lot of trip attacks done this way, without even having to initiate, because he's tripping over the Unseen Servant. Setting off traps. He's been great for doing that. A couple of traps went off that would have hit the party. One of them went off that caused something from behind us. So that didn't help us. But no, generally it has. It's been pretty cool, pretty tricky. He uses it for distractions. There was one fight, and we did this as a bluff check, if I remember correctly. In the middle of the fight, he had the butler, open and close doors in the room, knock things over in the middle of the fight. And that did actually on 2 occasions cause distractions. They failed their roles. They were distracted by this bluff, which put them at a negative in combat. So that's good. Very interesting way to use it. So they gave it a pair of boots once. Well, Tom gave it a pair of boots once and just had it down a dusty corridor. While I think it was Rinrick used a gust of wind spell, blasting the dust away from the way we were going, and then we just went and it did. It caused a tracking problem. They started tracking the Unseen Servant for a while, and it made it even better because he was holding a torch. And no, it wasn't something else. That was something else. He was holding the torch. So I had the boots. So I had the sound. That's something else. The sound. Clunk, clunk, clunk. I'm thinking back months ago here. Pardon me. So it's like, it almost feels like every time he makes it to game day, it's like, what the hell has he spent the last several weeks, or sometimes months, right? Let's be honest. Between games, what has been going on in Tom's head? What has he been thinking about to do with this Unseen Servant? You can only move, like, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. That's it, I think 5 pounds. A 2 strength score, that's 10 pounds, right? 2 strength score, 10 pounds. That's all he could do. That's all he could do. And I really got to see every single time what will be next. So yeah, I just wanted to, I thought this would be a nice little Dungeons & Dragons episode for this month, because this month of May is a very special month for me, and Dungeons & Dragons is my #1 game. So I wanted to do this. So there you go, a little update on Tom and how haunted he is.